Yo, what's going on, people? This is me, Trey Kelly 14. I go by the name of Trey Kelly. Welcome back to episode number 1 of my Madden NFL 17 Connected Franchise Mode. I'm the manager of the Cleveland Browns. This is week 17 of the 2016-2017 NFL regular season. I apologize for being a little bit late here, but here we go. On offense, we worked on the flood pass in practice. On defense, we worked on the gap play. On defense, and as always, Corey Coleman, Emmanuel Ogba, and Cody Kessler developed XP. As I said before, this is the last week of the regular season, so hopefully we can close it out with a win. A couple more things we need to do before we get this game started. We need to spend our scouting points like we always do. I believe we're on like 80 or something. We're way down the list here. So as you see here, I scouted all these players before in my previous episodes. And yes, we are on number 80. So the Marcus Rucker is projected to be a mid-third rounder. Cordavius Maxey is projected to be a mid-third rounder. My bad. Richie LeBlanc is supposed to be undrafted. Tevin Campbell is supposed to be a late third rounder. Christian Watt is supposed to be a late third rounder. Le'Veon Tryon, undrafted. Leone Labach, and we can't see what he is because we don't have enough scouting points left. So that's it for that portion. So I can't make any trades right now. No changes on offense or defense or special teams. So done with that. So we were playing our last game of the season. We played the Steelers on the road. Last time we played them, it was at home and we lost. So it's most likely we're going to lose, but we'll see what we can do here. We are at bottom of the division right now, 8-7. Hopefully we can get a win today, so that hopefully changes. But that's it. Let's see what we can do here. Doubleheader on TNT tonight. Game 2 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. Raptors, Cavaliers. On right now, make sure to tune into that once you're done watching my stream. And then at 6:30, my bad, 6:30 on TNT, it's the Rockets and the Spurs, game 2. Hopefully you guys will enjoy that game too. Tune in to TNT to watch those games after you're done watching my stream. NFL draft was a while back, fun stuff. NFL regular season starts in September, so make sure to watch that when it comes on. If you like the stream, make sure to like the stream, comment if you want me to change anything, and of course subscribe if you're enjoying my content. Last but not least, follow me on Instagram at Trey Carey, TreyCary, and on Twitter at The Real Trey Carey, TherealTrey. Yeah, TherealTreyCary. My bad. Hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you guys at the half. I'm out.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. We've got a good division rivalry coming up here in the AFC, and these two teams have met once already, so they are more than familiar with one another's tendencies, and maybe more importantly, their weaknesses. It's the Browns going up against the Steelers. So for the call of this week 17 matchup, let's send it out to our broadcast team, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners are 4 of their last 6 games.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. They're led onto the field by a man who needs no introduction, Ben Roethlisberger.
An absolute prototype for what you draw up as a big, strong quarterback that has to stay in the pocket and make big throws with people all around him and even hanging on him, and still has that type of strength to get the ball downfield. Ben Roethlisberger, an absolute rock in the pocket, but he also can escape and make big plays that way as well.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down and 6. This offense has some speed, and certainly Martavis Bryant, he has some speed.
He has that, and he has size. That's what makes him so difficult to cover, because just when you think you have to play him one way, the other attribute kicks in. Martavis Bryant could be an all-star real soon.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. On third down, Roethlisberger finding time. On the right side, caught by Green. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by their quarterback who played for the Nevada Wolfpack in college. It's Colin Kaepernick.
And when he's at his best, Colin Kaepernick epitomizes what most people are looking for in a quarterback nowadays. Not just a guy who can throw it, but a guy who can be a big part of the run game and really break down defenses.
Kaepernick now on first down. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Fresh set of downs here. Kaepernick now on first down. That's complete. It's Gordon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This is Ajayi, and he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Holding offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to third down. On second down, here's Kaepernick. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And just a smart.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They run again with Ajayi. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and we'll still get the first down. They love being physical.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And trying to give a lift to this offense today will be the Duke, the former Cane, Duke Johnson.
Comes from a great tradition of runners at Miami of Florida. He's one of the best ones we've seen in recent years.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
Lawrence Timmons comes from a long line of productive Florida State players. And when I say productive, I usually mean spectacular.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now Kaepernick. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And Brown able to put it through. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So, of course, they wanted to find the end zone, but when you go on the road and your first drive results in points, I think you're pretty happy.
You have to be, because you've taken it to the home team in this case. And while you may not have shut up the home crowd, you've quieted them down a little bit. Good way to start.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. On second down, Roethlisberger. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. A screen to Bell. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. He gets it to Brown. Complete. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. And connection number 1 there on the game, Roethlisberger to Boney Tony. Antonio Brown, that's what his high school teammates used to call him.
I wonder what they would call him now.
More muscular, more successful Boney Tony Brown, right?
I'd say you're probably right. It may be all of that. They'll still call him Boney Tony, but Ben Roethlisberger calls him my number 1 target. Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger looking for someone to throw to. He completes it to Bryant, and he's able to the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
Offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Ben on 3rd and long. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Kaepernick now on 1st down. Gets it to Gordon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So a field goal apiece, that's all we have here in this first quarter. 3-3 our score. More from the Steel City coming up after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on 3rd down.
I had a coach tell me a long time ago that running a screen pass is similar to acting 101.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there. Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On the stop that time, it's William Gay. 2nd down following the run.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. To throw is Kaepernick. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. And he's into the clear. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. He's at the 30. Able to get away. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early. to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They set up the screen to Ajayi. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big play there on the screen pass. 32 yards. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
It's hard to play in the NFL now as a running back and not catch the football as well. Jay Ajayi shows what you can do when you have both of those skills.
Good in space, isn't it?
He really is able to catch the ball, and he helps create blocks downfield. A lot of times that's what people miss. It's not just making other guys miss you. It's setting up guys to block those guys downfield with the move.
And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick. Bud Dupree. He's the one to get it, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one.
And Ben goes down in the end zone, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
He was trying to get it to Jay Ajayi there out of the backfield, and it's 3rd and short.
I remember growing up playing basketball. My coaches always talked about communicating on defense, making sure you talk on defense, know where your screens are, know where the cuts are coming from, who has who. Well, guess what? It's the same thing in football. Even though there's more noise out there, you can hear all the screams of screen, screen. This defense, the bench, everyone let them know what the play was, and that's why they're able to react and knock the ball away.
He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points. I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
Here's Roethlisberger. And Green with a catch left side. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And now a 1st down following that long gain. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball. Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there? You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Roethlisberger, and incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive.
Well, partner, the hit sure looks like a simple route, but I think the issue with it is a lot of time when you're making that play, you're actually working your way back inside towards traffic where the big guys are coming from inside out, whether it's defensive ends or linebackers. And a lot of the time, instead of securing the pass, your eyes might stray towards the middle to come from. And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. And Boswell's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
To throw, it's Kaepernick. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And they're going to speed things up here. They go play action here on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman, and that'll bring up second down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down. And he comes back with 1. 14 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are working.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Kaepernick. And Barnage has it on the right side. And he's brought down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. And Brown able to put it through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17.
That's not the best performance I wanted, but it was the second half. Obviously, that pick 6 was the worst thing that happened to me in the first half, but 39 passing yards, 43 rushing yards, 7.4 average yards per play, and 0 takeaways. Here's the highlights of pick 6 right here. I was about to score a touchdown, but I threw a pick 6, and that really sucked. I could have taken the lead, but I didn't. But on the PA rollouts, not the best protection from my line. As you see here, bad protection from the right guard, the right tackle, something like that. Third play here on the highlight reel. Colin Kaepernick out to his receiver, clutch catch, triple covered, still caught it. I think that was Corey Coleman that caught that ball. Great catch by him. Kaepernick's doing pretty well in the first half, actually. And then last play of the half, my kicker kicks the field goal to make it just a 5-point deficit. Hope you guys enjoy the second half. See you guys at the end of the game. Peace.
This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And certainly not the same level of production this week as last. A couple of those catches last week, he was able to just find the soft spot, sit there, and corral it. I don't know what it is. He seems to be really covered up in this one, though.
Yeah, no soft spots here, and I put this on the play caller a little bit. Got to find some things that will shake him free. Maybe you change your formations and make him an isolated guy on the backside so it's a one-on-one route. Maybe you put him into a stack and maybe hide him a little bit so that maybe you find some place to run. You just got to come up with different opportunities to get the ball in his hands just to get him open and get him moving.
And that's off the mark, incomplete. The tight end, Gary Barnage, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Now it's Ajayi. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. He was looking for Terrell Pryor that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 10 yards still left on second down.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand at that point, he'd better eat it because the play was dead.
No gain on the play there, second down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
And how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Ian Williams getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a first and goal.
One of the hallmarks of their success this year, they've been fearless on fourth down, and they convert another one right here to move the chains.
Now this time, Kaepernick will throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. Give him a couple on the catch. It's second and 8. Offense has been out there a while. This is their 14th play in this series. Kaepernick to throw on second down. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about
Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, an 80-yard touchdown, and the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. On third and long, it's Kaepernick. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete.
Holding offense.
Here's Brandon Fields now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Now Roethlisberger down around his goal line. Man open left side is Brown. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose...
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Okay, even just being nice, the last 2 plays were not very good offensively. So if you're the play caller, was it the team's execution or was it strategy? If it was execution, you continue to call the game the way you're calling it. But if it's strategy, change up what you're doing and figure it out.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. On third down, here's Bell. Room here to run. So a good spin move, but not a whole lot to show after as he's taken down. Here's Jordan Berry now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's taken on the 25. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. And now the Browns offense trots back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Drops it off to Ajayi. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. That is caught at the 7. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. In the red zone this time. Again, they'll throw with Kaepernick. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Gary Barnidge with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Browns are back within a score.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. 2 plays in a row, the defense won, stacking up the running game. They've got to feel good about themselves, but something has to be in the back of their minds. Are we being set up for something?
And down he goes. A sack. They sack him back across midfield at about the 48-yard line. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Now Kaepernick throwing on second down. Escaping the pressure right. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down. And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense. From the gun on 3rd down, Kaepernick. Well, this is brought in by Pryor. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick being chased out left. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. 3 yards to go on second down. On second down. Here's Kaepernick. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. And we put our focus now on Le'Veon Bell. And the numbers show the improvement, and this is kind of what we thought we would expect to see from him. I know we overanalyze these things sometimes, but what switch? Let's flip that. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll go again with Bell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And the offense needs 7 out of this play on third down. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. A chance for us again to look at this Pittsburgh defense. And we'll see if they can get one final stop with this crowd behind them.
And let's face it, as much as we want to say it's all about the guys on the field, they can get some help right here from the home crowd. And they're going to try their best to get them motivated, get them involved. But they're going to need to make a play or 2 in order to keep them in that spot.
The crowd's making some noise now. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Give him 16 on the pickup. And the Browns are going to have a first down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Back to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. And an alley to run. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
They will take the knee here, and they will finish this regular season with a victory. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf.
Last week we had an amazing win, and this week we had the exact opposite of an amazing win. And we had 3 tries too. We had like 2 tries to score in the end zone. Both were picked off. One was a pick 6, the other was a touchback. And I had a chance to score right there, but I intercepted twice. Obviously not what I want, but hopefully we can make the playoffs. I'm pretty sure we're in the playoffs. Here's the highlights from the game. Colin Kaepernick to Gary Barnage. He only had 1 touchdown today. I think that was all he had. Josh Gordon with the catch. Le'Veon Bell with the run. Amazing day for him. Next play here off of my pick 6. Ryan Shazier takes it to the house for 6. Final post-game stats, I lose by 5. I still had more passing yards and rushing yards on the game. 395 and 70, 6.9 average yards per play. No takeaways. Ben Roethlisberger had 222 yards and 1 touchdown and an 84.2 completion percentage. Colin Kaepernick had a 59.6 completion percentage, 406 yards and 1 touchdown. So he has amazing yards like he always does, but yet he fails to score enough touchdowns that we need. He didn't have that many turnovers as I thought. He only had what, 2 or 3, something like that. But it is what it is. We finish our season 8-8. Let's see if we make the playoffs. Hopefully we do. So done with that. Regular season is done. It's over. Let's advance. So, like I said before, NBA on TNT tonight, doubleheader. Raptors, Cavs at 4, and then Spurs, Rockets at 6:30. So right about now, and we don't make the playoffs. That sucks. Well, it is what it is. Hopefully we can make the playoffs next year. I'll give you more information on next episode soon. That's all I gotta say. Hope you guys enjoy. If you did, make sure to like the video, comment if you want me to change anything, subscribe if you're enjoying my content. Follow me on Instagram at Trey Carey, TreyCary, and on Twitter at The Real Trey Carey, TherealTreyCary. That's gonna do it. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm out. Go Cavs.